I still can't believe it happened to me. Every time I think about it, my heart starts pounding, as if it were happening all over again. And if someone told me this story, I'd definitely say, "Oh, come on, that's impossible." It was last winter. I rented a small apartment on the outskirts of town. An old building, thin walls, you could hear the neighbors coughing, turning on the water. Even the refrigerator sometimes seemed louder than usual. That evening, I was alone. My friends had left, my phone had died, and I was left with silence. I was lying on the couch, just staring at the ceiling. About 2 hours had passed, and I was starting to fall asleep. And suddenly I heard a soft sound. Not loud, but strange. At first I thought it was the wind, but then the sound repeated. Knock, knock. I listened. The sounds were coming from below, under the bed. I thought, no, I imagined it. But then, literally a minute later, I heard something strange. Shh. As if someone had run their hand across the floor. I felt a chill down my spine. My heart started beating faster. I quietly whispered, "Who's there?" And then silence. I lay there and waited, but suddenly I heard slow breathing. Right under the bed. It was heavy, slow even. I couldn't move. After a few seconds, I decided to pick up my phone and turn on the flashlight. My hands were shaking, my breathing was ragged, and the tension was growing with every second. I slowly crawled to the edge of the bed and peered under it. There was no one there. Empty. Boxes, old things, dust. I exhaled. I laughed lightly, nervously. Well, I scared myself, I thought. I lay back down, almost falling asleep. And then, the bed shifted slightly, underneath me, as if someone was pushing against it. I opened my eyes abruptly, and I immediately realized the breathing wasn't under the bed. It was right next to my head, quiet, cold. I slowly turned my head. No one. But in my ears, I clearly heard a whisper. "Thank you for looking down." I made it out. I jump up. I turn on the light. The bed is overturned, the mattress slightly displaced. There are marks on the floor that shouldn't be there. I'm barely breathing. A few minutes pass. I begin to calm down, trying to laugh, telling myself it's all just stress. But when I sit down on the couch, I hear quiet breathing. This time it's coming from the door, from the entrance. I slowly approach and hear tap-tap footsteps right on the floor. They stop at the door to my room. I freeze. The door is not open. And suddenly, a quiet whisper. "Now you're next." I'm literally choking, trying to understand something. At that moment, the lamp flickers. The light goes out and comes back on, and a shadow appears on the floor in front of me. At first, faint, like smoke. Then a figure takes shape, tall, indistinct, but with the feeling that it's watching me. I take a step back. The figure slowly moves closer. My breathing grows louder. I try to scream, but my voice is caught in my throat. My heart is pounding wildly. And at that moment, I hear a clicking sound. Not human. More like someone slowly tapping a fingernail on wood. The figure freezes. Silence. I decide to abruptly turn on the light on my phone. The figure disappears. The apartment is empty, but on the table near the sofa, a sign appears. "We are watching." It looks as if it were scratched in the dust with a finger. Since then, when I go to bed, I sometimes hear quiet breathing in the room. Not under the bed, not behind the door, but right in the room itself. And this breathing reminds me that I was not alone last night.